Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I'm in Yanan Shanxi Province in mainland China here this morning, having breakfast at a hotel, and I noticed that all of the people in the hotel have very patriotic shirts on. And the reason for that is this used to be the headquarters of the Communist Party back during the occupation of Japan in China. So this is sort of like the Lexington of China, and the patriotism that you see in this city is amazing. They have Communist Party museums, they have all of that. And how do you get the full experience if you're at the headquarters of the Communist Party in the 30s and early 40s? Well, you get all dressed up just like they used to back in the day, and this whole hotel is full of people dressed just like this. These guys are on a tour. So how's that for patriotic guys? Huh? It's like getting dressed up as an American as one of the forefathers. And if you're at the home of the Communist Party, the headquarters of the Communist Party in Yan'an, China, between 1937 and 1947, and you're not wearing a Chinese army uniform, there's something the matter with you. How come I don't have a Chinese army uniform? How come they got one and I didn't get one? They're special. Oh. See, the Chinese, they have fun with everything they do. It's raining outside and nobody seems to care. But you see how they live the full experience of something like this? We don't do that in the West. We should do more of this. We should have more fun. But you know, I wasn't really brought here to do a tourist video about the tourist area. And that's the thing, eh? We're setting up for a shoot here with CGTN, China Global Television Network. And we're going to be discussing poverty alleviation and how education helps in poverty alleviation in China. The different things that education can do to make the world here a better place, and around the world actually. If you see any really rich country, their population is highly educated, and that's the direction that China's going right now. Back in 2016, their 13th five-year plan, they made a plan to alleviate extreme poverty, and part of that program was better education. In 1993, China was spending just under $90 billion on education. That's, I don't know, between 2.5% and 3% of their GDP. In 2020, it was 5 trillion RMB. Small difference. So as I start watching them videoing this interview that we're setting up and whatever, and how professional it is, how serious they are about this, I'm thinking, well, there's still pressure here, Gweilo. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how do I get myself into these things? But you see, the good thing about it is I'll come and I'll tell them exactly what I think. They don't tell me what to say. They don't script me. They don't say this or say that. And I think that's something that the mainstream media in the West is missing, that they think that people like me are scripted, are told to say things. No, they just want to know what we think. As a Westerner, they want to know how we think, what we think about what they're doing here in China. Maybe through us and my camera, I can show you what they're doing to make China better. What a concept, eh? I can just imagine back in 1936, 1937, in this exact spot here in Yan'an, Chairman Mao talking to his people, just like this lady is talking to these people sitting around listening. Because this is the spot. I'm actually getting a kick out of this. It's like acting, only you're basically telling people what you think, but in front of a camera with a whole bunch of people looking and taking pictures with you. See, and again, I love my life, guys. I really love my life. When I jumped on an airplane to come to Yanan, I had no idea what was here. I had no idea that this was such a big tourist attraction in China. I had no idea that the people of China had that much interest in where the Communist Party had their headquarters between 1937 and 1947, actually. And now that I see it, I see people dressing up in old army outfits. I see people every 10 minutes, a new group coming through here. I see the patriotism that these people have in where the Communist Party actually grew its roots back how many years ago. Behind me is where all of the meetings of the communist government back in 1937 took place. This is where the government made the decisions for the Communist Party. In this building, this is the building. So when you look at stuff like this in China, you have to understand the historical value of it to the Chinese people. This is where their government originated. This is where it basically all started. Sure, the government, the Chinese Communist government was founded in 1921, but it really didn't materialize into anything until these days here. This gate may look non-significant, but in the big picture, this gate was very significant. Well, enough of this tourist site. Where we're going to now is a school that began as a cave school, a school in a cave with one teacher. And we're going to see what it has turned into. So I spent the better part of a day here at this school in Yanan. I sat in a class where they were doing online teaching from a school in Fujian, because this is more of a rural area as compared to Fujian along the eastern coast. Okay, why would they do that when they have teachers here? Well, the teachers there have better credentials. They're more professional. They know more about how to teach the children than the teachers here. So they're getting that benefit at schools in rural and semi-rural areas of China that they're learning online. And the teachers in those schools are learning from these teachers how to teach online. So, you know, all of the different things. I was out in this little area when the school kids were out for recess, and I got surrounded. Like, seriously, there was one, then there was 10, then there was 100, and they were everywhere, and they're right here, and all of them wanted my attention, and because they haven't seen many foreigners here. I'm an anomaly in a place like this, and the kids, all big smiles on their faces, all very curious, all wanting to check their English out on me, because they do teach English here at the school. All of them, and they wanted to take me to their class. They wanted to show me where they go to school, where they study and stuff. So it's been one of those days. It's been a special day. Yes, it's been a special day, and I had nothing but fun. We did an interview with CGTN about education and further education, secondary education, how good it is in China, how it's getting better, the money that they're putting in, the investment in the future of the children of this country. And, you know, even in a place, and you can look over my shoulder, you can see that we are not in a big metropolis area here. We are off the beaten path, and there's a lot of places like this in China. But the better education that they can get, the better access to secondary education that they can get, the better chance they have to succeed. And in doing so, they're going to be bringing a lot of that education, wealth, and understanding back to the communities like this, and make these communities a better place to live for not only themselves, but their parents and their children and everybody else that lives in the community. So anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60 here in Yanan. at a school in Yanan. Okay, it's after school. It's about 5 o'clock now. We're just cleaning up our interview room, which is a brand new library in a brand new area of a school. So not only are they, building better teaching through internet teaching, not only are they giving better secondary education, access to secondary education, but primary education, they're building better facilities, newer facilities, bigger facilities, ones with better libraries and the whole 9 yards. Anyway, if you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. And whatever you do, don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. And you wonder why Chinese are so good at ping pong. Everywhere. Every school I've ever gone to has ping pong tables everywhere. And this one's no different. I've seen these kids out here playing on these things. They could kick my ass, and they're in grade, like the ones I was watching were grade 2 or grade 3. They could kick my ass on a ping pong table. Easy, easy, easy. So there you go.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。停，来，面向我。来，最后一个动作啊，过道啊，准备。